Now I saw someone saying Raila Odinga is using Sifuna. Actually, whatever Sifuna is doing, Raila bless. And I would want you to comment and tell me, do you really believe that this what Sifuna is doing is actually what Raila told him to do? Because skiza Sifuna akisema,
sisi ndio tumekataa kupigia Nebukadneza magoti. Sisi ndio tumesema kama ni mbaya.
There are also
yes, that they have formed their own party, Kenya Moja. And of course, their agenda is actually to face 2027 elections. You see now, these are still ODM members of parliament. But now, they have formed a different party inside ODM. So, you see, in politics, it's always game of numbers, dirty game. And Raila is a master of dirty game. You all know that. But now, Kenyans are confused. Why is Babu Owino, forming up, coming up with another party, alliance? Yet, they are still in ODM. So, Babu Kiongea.
Kenya Moja alliance is not a third force. It is the only force that is existing.
So Kenyans have decided it is only one horse, and it is only one voice, and it is only one force that are going to listen to. So any other person out there will be swallowed by the big river.
Yes, Babu says that their main agenda is to produce youthful leaders from senators, governors, MCAs, you see, president.
That Kenya Moja produces youthful leadership at the county assembly in 2027, at the National Assembly in 2027, at the Senate in 2027, gubernatorial seats in 2027, and a president in 2027.
Of course, one would argue with me that Babu Owino is eyeing to be the governor of Nairobi. And, of course, he's trying to organize himself. Should Raila deny him a ticket in 2027, he'll actually go with Kenya Moja. Okay? And, of course, this is evident by the fact that Babu Owino amejitoa ODM, or is fighting ODM, and his main intention is to become the governor. And of course, he's been constantly fighting Sakaja, claiming Sakaja afai yeye anafaa. So, tell me, my viewer, do you really believe that this Kenya Moja formation is Raila's child? Ama this member of parliament, Babu Owino, Sifuna the senator, Kalba Misi na wengine, are just defecting from ODM because they have seen ODM has lost grip in Kenya. Another question is, do you really believe that ODM has lost grip in Kenya? Of course, as for now, people are singing about the DCP party. Okay, DCP may take off. Just to be told. Remember, see, whenever there's a new party, always doesn't may take over. Especially if the new party is fighting the government. For example, in 2021, 2022 the party that was actually eating the headlines ilikuwa ni UDA. UDA ili rise, it can spread like a bushfire.
Tugojea kidogo, tuko na MCAs 10 wa Murang'a. Pia wao wameingia UDA, kazi ni kazi. Goja kidogo, gojea kidogo. Nimekwenda kuigua.
Because it was a new party, and it was a party that belonged to Ruto. Now Ruto was acting as the opposition leader because Raila alikuwa na handshake na Uhuru. Ruto kajitoa na kaanza kufight serikali. So people saw Ruto as a hero. You see, whenever someone fights the government, the person who fights the government is always the hero. Because government ikiwa power, wanga ni unpopular. Especially this Kenya Kwanza government. Of course, imumiza wa Kenya. And whoever fights the government is popular. And remember, Gachagua now is the top leader who fights the government every day by exposing the dirt, the rot in the government. So now, these factors have led to ODM losing grip in Kenya. And I feel that Babu Owino Sifuna wanajitoa ODM systematically. Though, even Ruto himself, when he was coming up with the new party, akutoka Jubilee mara moja. In fact, he was chased from Jubilee. Kutoka yeye alifukuzwa to Jubilee. Baadaye akasha form party na ana campaign to be the president. So these member of parliament, these leaders are just defecting bit by bit. Of course, they love Raila Odinga. Kweli. Babu Owino loves Raila Odinga. Sifuna anapenda Raila Odinga. Caleb Amisi, wote, they're Raila's children. But now, no, for survival, they have to come with their own party. And of course, this weakens ODM further, and this shows that Raila Odinga is actually losing it. In fact, it's retiring the wrong way.
Where is Ruto going to take us? Ruto is taking us into a sinking ship. And I'm urging everybody that joining Ruto is a disaster, is an abomination. It cannot work.
Raila, the enigma, Raila, the most powerful man in Kenya, is now becoming inferior. So sad, because gone are the days you could hear Raila Odinga saying that kesho ni holiday, no one will go to work. Ama kesho, we guys are meeting Kamkunji. Of course, people converge there. But saizi, we are not seeing this. He even attempted to actually order people to meet at Kamkunji. Let's Sabasaba. What happened? No one showed there. And of course, these are dangerous signs of Raila Odinga's end. Remember, even last week he went to, I don't know, USM or wherever, after Gachagua had arrived in Kenya. Raila kaenda, and people said that, oh, Raila wants to come to Kenya. He wants to be received more than Gachagua. Of course, Raila will be Kenya, and no one knew that Raila was coming back. So this is so dangerous to someone like Agwambo. Agwambo has been in power for over 30 years. Imagine this guy has ruled Kenya even without having been elected as the president. But now we are seeing his party being dismantled into small particles. And of course, this came after Gachagua's warning that Ruto wants to finish Raila Odinga's party. And of course, we are seeing it. Because the best way of finishing a party is by dividing it. Unapewa wengine kazi, na wengine wapatie kazi. Of course, hao wenye wana kazi, they'll be fighting the ones that wamepewa kazi. For example, we are seeing Opiyo Wandayi, the CS Synergy. And of course, Joe, the CS. They have been fighting, ODM members when hajapewa kazi. In fact, Opiyo Wandayi has been fighting Orengo. Because Opiyo Wandayi now is defending Ruto. Why? Because you're the minister. That's all. It's not about being selfish, okay? It's not about being as in being truthful. It's about being selfish. Okay, Piakazi, I become your automatic friend. And that's the nature of Kenya's politics. Na kama una kazi, you pretend like you are fighting the government. For example, Joe has been fighting Ruto all along. You know that. In fact, the name Arap Mashamba came from Joe. Of course, saizi Gachagua anaitumia Arap Mashamba, but the name Arap Mashamba was invented by Joe. That's true. But now, Ruto is Joe's best man because he's the minister, he's the CS, yeah, and that's how Ruto has managed to finish Raila Odinga. And now there's this issue, CEO, Prime Minister, sijui kuna katiba inabadilishwa Raila kwa Prime Minister. That's a lie. I don't believe Ruto can allow a Prime Minister in Kenya. Ruto has ego. There's no way Ruto will allow Raila kwa Prime Minister ili kumdanganya. And he's lying. The same way Kibaki lied to Raila Odinga in 2002. Kibaki and Raila, campaign for me. When I win, we will give you the PM post. Then what happened? Of course, Kibaki alikata after amekuwa president. And that led to Raila Odinga defecting and forming ODM. That's the truth. So there's no way Ruto will allow Raila Odinga to be the prime minister. Because that means Kenya will be having core principles, what are willing and powerful, with Ruto's ego. No. Remember Gachagua? This was why Gachagua was impeached. Because Gachagua was somehow popular and was like the president. And remember Gachagua alikuwa na this press conference in Mombasa. What happened? Ruto was hungry to a point whereby he impeached Gachagua because Gachagua was acting like the president. Now, there's no way Ruto will allow Raila to be the president. Even from Danganya too, because he wants Raila to support him. Then after sworn in, ataruka Raila Odinga. Because once you are sworn in, there's no way utatolewa hapo. You know kweli. Right now Ruto is the president. Huwezi mtoa pale until 2027. Akiwin pia ni hivyo. Akilose, he will go back home. So that's what I'm saying. Raila is someone now is under stress. Just imagine Raila Odinga with all his power, anatoa speech, then ODM members wanamheko. How? Remember when he said that, we talked about CDF, that wabunge wasihandle pesa ya CDF. What happened? He was heckled. Raila Odinga got heckled. That's not Kenya, you know. Raila has been powerful. That's what I'm saying. You know, the enemy always comes as a friend. And Ruto has gone to Raila Odinga kama rafiki. But he's the biggest enemy to Raila Odinga. Because managed kumaliza party. He's even managing to turn Raila's die-hard fans ama allies like Babu Owino, Orengo na wengine against Raila Odinga. And now, when we'll be heading to 2027 elections, I'll tell you what, there will be no way a government will be relevant. There will be no way. Unless a change tune, achana Ruto. But if he sticks with Ruto, Raila will be irrelevant in Kenya's politics. And that's the truth. That's the bitter truth now. Tell me, do you really believe that Kenya Moja is actually Raila's invention? I do think Raila's end will be made by this, Kenya Moja. Because I do think some other members will be joining Kenya Moja. Tell me, and of course, we'll meet in the next video. Thank you.
If you love politics, then Dr. Politica is your cup of tea. The place for minds that think. If you are watching this from anywhere else, search the name, hit subscribe, and stay sharp with us. Thank you for making Dr. Politica your home for fearless political truth. Every view, every like, every share fuels the fire behind the hours of research, filming, and editing we pour into each episode. By showing up consistently, you don't just support a channel, you empower a voice. In a world ruled by headlines, spin, and power games, you remind us that real people still care about real facts. We are here to inform, inspire, and ignite critical thinking, not just for today, but for generations to come. You are not just a viewer, you are the reason this platform exists.